Hi, this is Brent and Mike with another trade breakdown for Trade Therapy. We are looking at 10 Cent Holdings, which 10 Cent was part of our spotlight on Baba last week. We use it as a comp. It's one of the few companies out there that are comparable to Baba, and it's one that has tracked Baba very closely over the years. So if you look into from the trading couch this week, I'm sorry, this month, and Baba's clarity from last week, you'll see the very similar chart development or bottoming structure here, which is the accumulation structure. In July, when we last talked about Baba, this was the last time we checked in on 10 Cent. We talked about how it's formed this accumulation structure down here. It may or may not develop into a spring, which it did not. It did go back up and recover all of these weekly moving averages. And I think we were saying that it's got the support of all of these moving averages, very similar to Baba's setup, that it looked like it was prepared to jump across the creek here in July when we left it last. If we look at today's chart and we see what we updated last week with our spotlight on Baba, similar to Baba, 10 Cent has jumped across the creek here, running into this volume shelf and a little bit of overhead supply. So would not be surprised to see it maybe consolidate here, maybe fall back a little bit and take out some of the inefficiency of this long candle right here. It may come back and test these highs right here and back up to the edge of the creek, or it may just continue pushing on and moving up through this overhead supply. One way or the other, it's got to be dealt with. If we jump over to today's chart, you can see here's that shelf that it's got to deal with right here. In terms of the larger structure, the larger Elliott count, this is our all-time weekly view of 10 Cent. You see that it's completed its initial impulsive wave structure. This is wave one. This COVID and post-COVID market has formed wave two, which we believe also coincides with a secular low at the for the China market overall. This would then be part of the next breakout structure, which will build out, which will be wave three. Wave three is traditionally much sharper than wave one, so we do expect over time, we do expect to see a sharp wave three develop as 10 Cent continues to move up and out of its accumulation range. We do believe that this is the beginning or a continuation of a lockout rally here. We think the right side of this larger cut base is going to fill in over the next several months to year or so. We'll just have to see how it goes. The economic stimulus announcement last week's obviously been very well received by the markets, but we pretty much everybody expected this. This is the normal, this is what it should look like at the late stage accumulation when institutional money has taken their position. You can see this massive base that has been built before the COVID run. And then after the COVID run, we have a combined base here for this to push up off of. So expect it to very quickly get up into the top range here of this cup. Reason why we expect it to move quickly is because we expect institutions to move to not want retail investors coming into the trade until they're ready to take profit. They're not going to be ready to take profit for the first time until they get 10 Cent up into the top of this cup. So we'll be watching for that and tracking 10 Cent as we continue to track Baba.